Good morning, Framingham, and welcome to Flyer News. On today's episode, we have a weather forecast for this upcoming week.
We have coverage of the Art 2 48-hour installation that took place on April 2nd.
We will also be reporting on a sports update with Evan.
And become informed on the duck boat incident that happened on Saturday.
All this and more on Flyer News.
Good morning, Framingham High School. Today is Monday, May 2nd, day 3, with periods running B, A, E, F, G. I'm Mushia Kabangu.
And I'm Cassidy Slamon. Today's episode starts with a look at the upcoming weather for this week. We have Lacey Edwards. Take it away, Lacey.
Good morning, FHS. So we had quite a beautiful weekend with temperatures on the cooler side and a little bit of rain in the end. So this week temperatures are really going to pick up, and as you can see, this is the first time the temperatures are really going to range in the 70s and 80s. Today temperatures are going to sit within the high 70s, and we will have mostly sunny skies. On top of that, though, we can expect a bit of a sticky day due to leftover humidity from yesterday's rain. Later tonight, there is a chance of some late night precipitation, bringing us into a muggy and wet Tuesday. There's a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, but temperatures will still be in the high 70s, so prepare for some humidity tomorrow as well. After that, we have a pretty even week with weather similar to today, and on Friday, temperatures will slide up to the low 80s. So after these few days of rain and humidity, we can look forward to a nice summery end of the week. With that, this has been Weather Watch with Lacey Edwards. Let's take it back to the desk.
Sunday evening, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circuses performed with elephants for the last time. Thousands of people tuned in to watch their last show, which took place in Rhode Island and was broadcasted through live stream. The elephants' removal from the circus was announced in January and was due to anger and uprising from animal activists who claimed that the treatment of the elephants was inhumane. The elephants will be moved to the circus's Company Center for Elephant Conservation in Florida and will be part of a breeding program and provide DNA for pediatric cancer study. Elephants, which have been part of circuses since the 1800s, are not the only animals being removed from circuses. Animal activists are also fighting for other exotic animals to be removed.
Late Saturday morning, 29-year-old Allison Warmoth was struck and killed by a duck boat in downtown Boston. About 30 passengers were on board one of the infamous Boston duck tours when the woman was hit on Charles Street. Warmoth was driving a scooter when hit, and both her and her passenger were taken to Massachusetts General Hospital. Her passenger was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Warmoth was described by her family as being an incredible person, and she worked for an insurance company and volunteered at a women's shelter. This was the first fatality the company has faced since the duck tours began in 1994. The accident is currently under investigation, but no charges have been filed.
Sign Time with Emily Toth is always here to teach us a little more American Sign Language and make our Mondays a little brighter. Take it away, Emily.
But it's all so easy. All you gotta do is try. All you gotta do is hold her where you wanna. Squeeze her, don't tease her, never leave her. Get to her, drop the spine, got to drop, man, drop.
You're on, Carrie.
With basketball season coming to a close and baseball in full swing, it's hard to keep track of this sports news.
Luckily, we have our own Evan Marinovsky and guest analyst Benji Kling to sort it out for us live in the studio now.
Framingham High School. If you're like me and stayed up to watch the game, the Red Sox, you're probably pretty tired right now. But if you didn't stay up to watch the Red Sox-Yankees marathon, here are the highlights. This was a long one last night in the top of the third, but David Price puts the ball on a tee for A-Rod as he hits a 2-run home run to make it 3-1. But then, don't worry, in the bottom of the fifth, Travis Shaw, the mayor of Ding Dong City, crushes one down the right field line around the pesky pole and gone for a 2-run homer. Make that score 6-6. Then in the top of the seventh, Farrell leaves Price in to face A-Rod again. And guess what happened? You're right. A ground out to Pedroia in the shift. Now the bottom of the seventh, first pitch, Dylan Betances throws. Christian Vasquez turns on and goes yabo over the Green Monster for his first ding-dong of the season. And it was a big one to put the Sox up 8-6. The Vasquez effect in full swing. Then in the ninth, the fireballer was in and was having none of the Yankees offense as he strikes out Gardner to end it. And that was all she wrote. Sox win a wild one, 8-7, and sweep the Yankees for the first time since 2013 to improve to 15-10 on the season and take sole possession of first place. Price goes 4-0. Next game is tomorrow night in the south side of Chicago at 8 p.m. You can catch that one on Nesson. Miss Redboard, I'm sorry the Yankees got swept again, but that's kind of how things go. It's going to be a tough year for you, but the Red Sox, they're having a fun time this year. First place in the AL East. Baltimore is second. Tampa, Yankees, and Toronto are below us. It just feels really good right now to be in first place, and the games mean something, which is something that hasn't happened since 2013. Ironically, that was the last time we swept the Yankees, but everything was really good. And now we're going to talk NFL draft here. We have Benji Kling in studio with us, analyst for Fansided.com, and we want to talk about the NFL draft, Benji. So what would you say the Patriots' plan for the draft was?
Well, Evan, the plan going in was definitely to grab role players who can fill in the specific gaps in this roster. A lot of these guys would have gone later because they're pretty one-dimensional, but they're really good at that one job the Pats will need them for. I look at someone like our second-round pick, Cyrus Jones out of Alabama. He was too small to play corner on the outside in the NFL at only 5'10", 200, but the Pats desperately needed a slot corner in the middle of the field, which is the role Jones fit is perfect.
Now, the Patriots grabbed a quarterback in Jacoby Brissett out of NC State in the third round, which has a lot of people scratching their heads. Why would they do that?
Well, the pick actually makes a lot of sense. With Tom Brady's extension, it looks like the Pats are going to be set at QB for a while. And so that means that the Pats will try and do what they did when they drafted Jimmy G, where they bring in a rookie backup so they can trade the current backup. So before they can leave in free agency, Garoppolo is going to be a set free agent this season. So before he can leave, the Pats wouldn't spend the money on him. So they're going to trade him before they can let him hit free agency in the open market.
So with that, I guess I want to ask you, what would you rate the draft?
Well, I would definitely give this draft overall a B+, because if you look at what they did, they went in. This wasn't going to be a great year because we didn't have a first-round pick and we were dealing with the Deflategate scandal. So what they did is they went in and they grabbed specific role players. They got fourth-round pick next year, so they're not going to have to deal with Deflategate again because they're going to lose it then. But they grabbed a versatile O-lineman, Thuney, a nose tackle in Valentine, deep threat receiver in Mitchell, and of course Brissett, a replacement for Garoppolo, so they'll have more flexibility there. And so these aren't guys who are going to make a huge impact on the game, but they will shore up those last little holes that'll prepare us for a Super Bowl run this year.
Well, I sure hope it's a Super Bowl run. That's Benji Kling. I'm Evan Marinovsky. You can catch him on Fansided.com. Have a great day, FHS.
This semester's Art 2 students had the chance to display their abilities last week with the annual 48-hour installation. With more on this story, let's take it to Robin now.
On April 28th, Framingham High School's art department had its third annual 48-hour art installation. The project was created by Miss Haley's Art 2 class and featured the work of 13 students, including visiting artist William Metelsky. The project focused on forms of art that were different than traditional by incorporating sound, abstract design, and interactive elements. The installation resides at Amazing Things Art Center in downtown and will be on show for the public until May 4th. This has been Robin Kerr reporting for Flyer News.
Now it's time to pledge the flag.
And today we have Alexa to lead us.
Make your country proud, Alexa.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have no place to go. Have no place to go. Darling, have no place to go. Have no place to go.
Monday, May 2nd, at day 3 with periods running B, A, E, F, G. AP exams did start this week. As for today, AP Psych, AP Chemistry will be taking place. Also, RFL parent meeting is from 5 to 8 today. That's it for me. More announcements. Morning.
Good morning. All right. Hello, seniors. So this is for you. Senior quote signups are today. We will be at all 4 lunches. Make sure you sign up. You have to have bought a yearbook and had your senior photo taken with the school. And buy a yearbook, $85. Cash your check to K007. You can also still buy online. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Great. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. How about you?
Oh, it was great. Good luck to all of the students that are taking AP exams. What is it today? AP Chem and AP Psych, I believe. So good luck. If you haven't yet paid for your AP exams, please make sure you head to the counseling office today to do that. Ms. Hendry is out, so don't go to the grade 12 office. Go to the counseling office to take care of that today. That's it for me.
Awesome. It's period B, guys.
Well, that's it for this episode of Flyer News.
If you would like to see this broadcast again, you can watch it on channels 8 Comcast, 15 RCN, and 41 Verizon Fios on the Framingham Education Channel.
And check our YouTube channel, Flyer News, to see this and other broadcasts.
I'm Mushia Kabengu.
And I'm Cassidy Slamman. Have a great Monday, FHS.